Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Lynsee and this is my channel. Today I'm sharing some tips and tricks that will help you along the fat loss process. These are just some things that I've implemented into my process that I found have really helped, where I don't feel like I'm deprived or on a diet and I don't feel like I'm struggling or starving. Like, these are legit just some hacks for dieting. Well, I don't want to say diet because nobody likes a diet. These are some hacks for lifestyle changes. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that way you can be updated whenever I upload a new video, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I post recipes there and photos, my outfits, things like that, photos with my son, and just like different content there. So make sure you check it out, and let's get into this video. So my first tip is to drink sparkling water, or I like to drink these. These are, it's just like sparkling water but flavored. They can really help you with your appetite, just to kind of like hold you over between meals without feeling like you're starving or like you need to snack on something. So I find that drinking those between meals really helps me along the way. My next tip is to plan your meals, and I kind of discussed this in a previous video, how I actually set up my plan for the day, but I think it's very important to plan your meals when you are in the fat loss process, because you don't like to come home from the gym and you're trying to figure out what you're going to eat, you're starving, and you just pick whatever's in front of you. Once you plan it out, you already know what you're going to have for the day, and if you meal prep your meals ahead of time, it makes it even easier for you if you want to save extra time throughout the day. So plan your meals and be prepared. My third tip is to add volume to your foods. And when I say add volume, I mean add a ton of vegetables. Vegetables are low in calorie and they're usually pretty low in carbs depending on what you're eating. But, well, I'm speaking specifically for my plan right now, but this has helped me immensely. So these are some things that I have been using every day along with my meals. Zucchini spirals, you can get these in your local grocery store. I get the Green Giant brand, so these are just frozen veggie spirals that are already spiraled out, or if you have a spiralizer, go ahead and use that, girl. But I love this stuff. I throw it in with this organic marinara and add a protein in. Amazing meal, and it keeps you full. Veggies can really fill you up. This is my next one that I use nearly every day. Legit, every day. I love that they come already spiraled out and riced. Cauliflower is amazing. This keeps me satiated after every meal. I like to make a healthy fried rice with this, or essentially I just use this in place of rice or mashed potatoes or something. I often have this with fish and it's amazing. Volumize your foods. You can also add zucchini into your oatmeal to add more volume to it without as many carbs. You can do the same with cauliflower, add it to your oats. You can add it to anything to volumize your food. And spinach adds a ton of volume. Any veggies pretty much add lots of volume, and it'll keep you nice and full. And you get your fiber in for the day. Next, I want to go into flavoring your foods, because a lot of times when you are in that fat loss process, a lot of people think that you eat boring foods or that your foods taste really bland, and they don't have to. this is what I like to do. I like to keep fresh herbs on hand all the time because they add a lot of flavor. You might not know it, but they add a lot of flavor. And citrus, like lemon juice, you can squeeze that on anything and it tastes amazing, along with lime juice. I love spicy foods. If you've been watching me, then you'll probably already know that, but I add sriracha on pretty much everything, garlic, chili, and it gets me to drink more water. So I drink a huge glass of water with every meal, about this big, and whenever I add something to make it spicy, it helps me drink more water with my meals and essentially fills you up more. Next seasoning is Mrs. Dash. I use Mrs. Dash. This is the Southwest Chipotle, I think. Yeah. Southwest Chipotle, salt-free, adds a ton of flavor, and without all of the added sodium. They have so many different combinations too. You can get like lemon pepper, garlic, anything you can think of. You can grab them all and you will have like so many different meals. My next flavoring, okay, I don't use this all the time, but I think it helps when you have a sweet tooth and you're really craving something sweet, but you don't know like what to have. You can add this in with Greek yogurt and it will give it some added flavor, or like protein fluff, or what else? Oh, you can put this in your oatmeal. Makes that taste amazing. And PB2 is my go-to when I am pretty low on fats for the day. Okay, so if you're not familiar, PB2 is like powdered peanuts without all the extra fat. 1.5 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of protein per serving, 2 heaping tablespoons. And I add this in with my oatmeal. It makes it taste 10 times better without all of the extra fat. Yeah! Yeah! And when I do add it in with my oats, I don't add extra water. Like when you make this, you mix it in with a little water and it makes it like a peanut butter paste. But with my oats, I just pour it in and it thickens it up. You can add that to anything, by the way. Vanilla. I have vanilla for pretty much whenever I want to like bake something or put it in with my oats, my protein pancakes. It makes it taste much better. You don't think about these things all the time, but when you are in that fat loss process, you're like, I need like something sweet. I need this to taste better. Those items really help, along with these. These are, you can get different versions of these everywhere, but it's just like flavored stevia drops, and you can add them in with your coffee. I love this with iced coffee or even just like regular coffee. It gives it a ton of flavor, the right amount of sweetness. These are essential. I put them in with my protein pancakes, my oats, anything sweet. These really help out. So this is the coconut flavored stevia sweetener, and this is the caramel flavored stevia sweetener. I also add them in with, if I'm making like protein cookies or something, or I have this like healthy cookie that I do with ground oats and banana. Really basic and simple, I know, but when I need something sweet, those really help out. Okay, so I use cooking spray to kind of help me conserve my fats, and pumpkin. If you've never used pumpkin before, I suggest you get you some pumpkin. I find that the pumpkin really helps when I'm low on carbs. It has 11 grams of carbs in half a cup. So I've been using this with my protein pancakes. So a lot of people use pumpkin to bake with, like if you're making brownies or cookies or whatever, you can use pumpkin or unsweetened applesauce. But I like the pumpkin better, it's more pure. My next tip is to make sure that you're eating protein with every meal. So I like to always, when I'm meal planning, I put in my proteins first and then I'll add in like my sides and my carbs. So I make sure that I'm always having protein with each meal. It helps you stay full, and it will help you essentially along the process. My next tip is to save your macros. I do this personally because I'm one of those people who, I'm like a nighttime eater, and I like to save my best meals for the end of the day. So like my protein pancakes keep me satiated for a long time, so I always save that as my last meal. And it just really helps out so I don't feel like I'm hungry late at night. Alright, so that is it for my tips and tricks for lifestyle changes. I hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you decide to try any of these out, or with a video idea of like things that you guys want to see. I will be posting the protein pancake recipe because I know you guys want to see that. So that's about it. I will see you next time.